If people are in e-com right now and they want to start a brand, and take away one thing from this podcast is don't buy inventory from the jump. Don't do it.
My name is Samuel Onuha. I'm self-made millionaire at only 21 years old.
First thing I say, if you want to network, put yourself out there. How can anyone connect with you if they don't know who the fuck you are? Just prepare yourself. Hate will come. It's inevitable. I maybe even liked it at times because that was the confirmation that I was on the right path. Honestly, I hated working for a boss, like deeply hated it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stand it.
I'm 33 now, and honestly, life has never been better.
As a man, it only gets better with the years, so you don't have to rush into nothing, bro.
What is the secret to keeping a brand cool and trendy?
First thing I say is...
What's up, guys, and welcome back to First Things First. We have a special guest today, Samuel Onuha. How are you doing today?
Good, man. What about yourself?
Very good. Can't complain. First time blessing a podcast, so thank you for coming on mine.
First time ever, so very excited. I have a lot of stuff I need to get off my chest. But so many requests, and I just feel that now is the time to do it.
Nice, man. Is there a reason why you've stayed clear of them?
Just a lot of stuff going on. It was a moment where I was exiting my business. I had some personal stuff. And I just felt that wasn't the time, like during an exit, to then do a podcast while you don't even know yet what the outcome is going to be.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, let me just wait. And right now, shit's just blowing up everywhere. Business booming. Life is good. Family is good. So
yeah. You've been moving around a bit as well, haven't you? You've recently just moved to Dubai.
I would say that right now I fully live here. Yeah. I was always coming and going. So the first time I came was during COVID. And Dubai's just done a lot for me. But I moved between Amsterdam, because I'm from the Netherlands. And so Amsterdam and Dubai, go between the two. But definitely now more Dubai. Yeah.
Nice. What was it like growing up in Amsterdam?
So originally I'm not from Amsterdam. I come from a small town in the north of the Netherlands. And
what's it called?
It's called Westerland. Bro, literally, if you Google where I'm from, you basically almost find nothing. You see like clear roads, like green, like you don't see any. There was nothing there. So yeah, growing up there, it wasn't always the easiest because my father is from Nigeria, my mom is from the Netherlands. They divorced when I was 5 years old. Later down the line, moved to that place, and there were just not many people around me that I could connect with, right? I was always a bit different. I was one of the only guys together with my little brother that were like light skin or dark, right? So there was also a lot of racism and stuff there. So from a young age, I knew that I had to be. I had to maneuver myself to either not be bullied or so I quickly learned to become like hang with which people do I want to hang, how do I connect with them, be popular, stuff like that. You know, it just it pushes you to be different because you have a choice, right? You have a choice to either go sit in a corner, or you have a choice to stand up and be the man, right? And I think it's never good to just isolate yourself. So me being the oldest and not having really a father figure, I always felt that I had to be like an example for also my brother, and I wanted to make my mom proud. But honestly, it was just difficult because where I grew up, no millionaires, no people doing stuth. So
it's good having a brother, I'll tell you that, because I grew up with a brother, and that was honestly one of the best things, because even if you're in a situation where you're lonely or there's not much going on, like you've always got your brother to bounce off.
It's the best thing ever, honestly. Later, when I was older, we connected on a deeper level, but in the beginning we were already always together, basically
fighting all the time,
but we just had different hobbies because we were in different stages of life, right? And we had just 2.5 year difference. But when I was 14, 15 year old, when you're like a teenager, I started like, you start more judging yourself, right? Okay, who am I really? You start like looking, okay, who am I? So for me, it was I was a little bit insecure too, because I was different. I felt that I was different. I was skinny. I was like, my arms were like this, I swear. And I started really on when I was 15 years old on this self-development journey. Started doing app crunches at home in secret in my room, things like that.
Yeah, that's how I started off.
Yeah,
I had it was an ab roller. So I would do that every day, and I would just do push-ups. They were the two things that I did. I didn't know what else to do.
Yeah, and I was just watching these guys on YouTube, like Simeon Panda and Ulysses Junior, stuff like that, just to motivate and like, okay, I wanted to always have this feeling inside of me to become someone, but I didn't know what. And I was doing sports football, like football is just big in the Netherlands, and I really thought that. Because everyone was doing football, like, okay, maybe that's something for me, but I was good, but I was not good in a way that I would ever become a pro or something. But I remember very clearly when I was 15 years old, I twisted my knee. Then once that recovered, I twisted my knee, and then I had to go to do surgery. And I did surgery, and then they came back, and the doctor said,
your careers.
The doctor said, no, don't you. I said, what will I do? When can I play? He said, play, never, never again. I was like, shit. And then I had to, I really had this mindset of, I will just recover and fuck it, I will go play again. And what happened then is, because I couldn't move or couldn't straighten my leg properly, I had to do like physio, like in the gym. So do exercises. And that was like in this local gym of mine. So I remember this trainer was going on a holiday for a week, and he teach me the exercises. And when I was there on my own, I was like, I can train my chest too, maybe my arms. And I just fell in love with gymming when I was just 16, I think. And that was for me the first time that I found someone, or that was the first thing when first time I found something that I could really develop myself in, you know. And that just transformed me, honestly. I blew up like in just a couple months. I was like big. People were like, oh, you're on steroids and this, like things like that. But the gym is the first place where you can really develop yourself, you know, build discipline, which later when I stumbled in my e-com journey helped so much.
What when did you, were you all right at school? Like, were you doing all right at school? Did you have no interest?
School was just not for me. So in school I was distracted very quickly, because I can only focus on the things I hold interest in, you know, and I see a future of. And then when I'm studying physics or shit like that, I just cannot focus. And it was also hanging maybe with people that really didn't have the best benefit to my my time in school. Really, when I look back at the time in school, we made it like a sport to do as least as possible. That was the game, you know. And in the Netherlands, I don't know how they rank in the UK or US, but in the Netherlands, you get a score from 1 to 10. And 10, of course, is the best. But when you just make it, you get a 5.5. And I was just chasing 5.5s all day. Like, you was more happy with a 5.5 than getting a 10. It was really like that.
Just scraping a pass.
Yeah, bro. So, from there on, 16-year-old, I remember I started smoking weed as well,
but Amsterdam,
Amsterdam weed. It's normal. You get introduced to it.
Is it because obviously a lot of people go there as tourists, and it's like a place to go and smoke weed. But do the locals also get pretty heavily involved with smoking weed as well, or is it dependent?
From 100%.
Everybody's smoking weed.
Everyone who I know has smoked weed, smoked weed in Amsterdam for sure. Yeah, especially when you're young. Hashish as well. I think hashish is very big too. So no, I just started trying it out with friends in class, and I remember
in the classroom.
Well, you can laugh, but it was really sometimes like that. So I remember first off, before I went to the gym, we used to smoke, and then I go train, and then you just when you got back home, you get like this huge cravings, and I was just eating oatmeal and eggs, da, da, da. And I don't know, my mom was just naive. She never saw that I was stoned, or maybe she didn't want to see it. My mom is the best, you know. Also sometimes
your dad wasn't there at the time.
No, so my dad, my mom and my dad, they
divorced.
They met in The Hague, which is also a big city in the Netherlands. My dad was there to study. So his dad, my granddad sent him there to study. And that's when they met. But there was a time that the brother of my dad, he died in a car accident, and he was basically running like the business in Nigeria. So my dad had to come back to Nigeria. And my mom just didn't want me and my little brother to grow up in Nigeria, which I think is understandable, right? Mm-hmm. So that's how they split, and it was. So it's sometimes hard if you don't really have a father figure, and I was of course the bigger brother. So
you got to be the man of the house.
Yeah, but I think now looking back in retrospect is very good, because you kind of have to go on a search, right? And I was always trying things. Same with the weed, same with going to the gym later, same with starting my own business, right? I was never scared to try things out. And because I had to, it was either staying in the same shitty place that I hated, or evolve, right? So to get back to the story, in class sometimes during breaks we used to smoke weed and stuff, and then you're there stoned in the class. That's really how it went, right? So
are you the type of person that can smoke weed and still get stuff done? Because I know there's some people who can perform when they're high.
Hell no.
And then there's other people like me. If I smoke, I'm not doing anything.
No, bro.
I can't make any conversation. Can't make any big decisions. It's just like I'm just gonna be out for the next couple of hours.
No, hell no. And no, when I smoke weed, I just want to chill and laugh with my friends. But and especially, bro, right now I never smoke again. Right, I have a business that does over 20 million a year in revenue. Of course, I'm still young, 25 years old, and I go out partying here and there. But smoking weed is just not it, you know, not it. So no, when I was 16, I went to I finished secondary school. Then I went to like a new school, but it was just a disaster. I studied retail there for 1 year. It was like the worst year ever. I went to that school, and it was like filled with like junkies and people with knives in their pocket, just bad, right? So I failed that year. Then I remember my mom is very smart. My mom, she studied university, but she got really pushed by her parents, like really to get like a degree and stuff. So what I really value a lot, and what I respect a lot about my mom, is she never wanted this for me and my brother. She never wanted to push us like that, right? So she gave us the freedom to find out for ourselves what we wanted. So school for me was just not really it. So from that moment on, I got back. I was discussing with my mom, and she was like, "Yeah, it's like stressed out, mom, really," because she really valued it still, because she studied university and stuff, right? And she was like, "Oh, maybe you need to go in the army, like safe option, right?" And I was like, "Army," and I was living in this very small village, right? And if you have the Netherlands, you have like if you have the top of the Netherlands. We were living like next to the North Sea, so the sea, and a lot of the friends of mine, the people there, they were like a fisherman, and but it paid pretty well. Like even there were kids like 16, 17-year-olds that went on the sea for like 4 or 5 days, then they come back, made like 2K. Right, and then they did this every week. Like it was normal, like 18-year-olds making like 8K a month, 10K a month. And the thing for me was, a lot of those guys were my friends. And when I was 16, 17, 18, I started going out a lot, of course, right? And they always had more money than me. I was broke. I was really broke, and it made me feel also ashamed of myself, right? Because I had nothing in the bank. I started doing side jobs, bro. I've done many side jobs. In the beginning, I used to work on a farm, bro, like literally. Because in the Netherlands, you have like a lot of flowers, like these tulps and stuff, and I used to peel like the bulbs as a 14-year-old, bro, and it was terrible, like terrible. Like I went into the farm, was there for all day, then I got home, like all my nose was full of dirt, and as a 14-year-old, I made $2 an hour there, I swear.
I used to be a gardener once
Really?
upon a time. Yeah,
How was that like?
I was doing it by myself. It was all I would do is I would just listen to my music all day. The music I was listening to was about all these rappers making money, and I'm there just like digging up soil, like mowing the lawn. And it would have been nice if it was sunny every day, but half the time in the UK it was just like raining.
You did this just as a summer job, or?
Yeah. So this was like when I was at university, in between university, just to earn a bit of cash.
Yeah.
So that I could just like go on holiday. That was literally.
But the music thing for me was a big motivator, like these rap music and like these rap lyrics. And then to right now, fast forward, to me, it's just crazy. I listen to those same exact songs and they just match my fucking life. Right? I was listening to this song of Meek Mill. He says like the mansion with the palm trees. And right now I live here on the palm, right? In this $11 million mansion. Pff, just crazy. And it just shows to me as well that right now, of course, it's easy for me to say because I've done it, but like manifestation is so real, man. Honestly, I was listening to all these songs to motivate myself when I was taking the bus to school, just completely lost, man, like desperate about my life, especially around the time 17, 18 years old, working as a dishwasher on the side, then still in school, but I didn't know what I was going to do in the future. No real plans. Even there were times that I thought, okay, maybe my future is I'll just take a government money. Because in Netherlands you can take government money, right? I was like, maybe that's just my life.
Yeah.
And this desperation led to me just starting to be a bit more conscious about myself. Okay, what do I want? And it was even, I started fitness. I got jacked. I was a pretty good shape compared to everyone in this village, bro. I was flexing on them, right? And I was still chasing girls just like every guy, like 16, 17-year-old. And there was a time that, I don't know, I got my ego hurt a little bit here and there. And I was like, what? But I'm in shape. I'm good looking, and I've worked on myself. But I knew
if you hadn't got any money,
bro. I didn't have any money, and oh man, it was one time I remember this so clearly that my mom, or I asked my mom for $20 to go to like a terrace with my friends, and I was 18 at the time, and my mom just looked at me so disappointed in her eyes, and I was like, And
I remember doing a similar thing. I had to ask my dad for some money just so that I could take my girlfriend out for a birthday because I couldn't afford to do it. And I was like, this is so lame.
Yeah,
like, I need to sort this out.
Yeah, bro.
Because she was an older girl as well.
Really?
So she already had these like pretty high expectations and previous boyfriends who had money. I didn't have any money, so I was like trying everything that I could to try and impress her.
And not having money, bro, it will confront you with where you're at, and especially here, right? In Dubai, bro. I made this story, right, and it got a lot of messages. I said, people said, yeah, Sam, what do you think about Bali or Thailand? I say, yeah, it's nice, but it's not for me because I like competitiveness, right? And in Bali, you can get by for $10 a day, eat a bowl of rice for $1, things like that. Here you'll be confronted with who the fuck you are or not are, right? And I like that shit. That's why this place, Dubai, has built me, has pushed me to a new extent. I would have never go on and make millions a month at this age, right? I did my first time $1 million in a month when I was just 21 years old. I was here staying in, I don't know if you know, like a Paramount Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, there was really a crazy time, right? Like here surrounded.
That's downtown.
Downtown, yeah. But No, I think just to go back on the story, when I was 17, 18, and I didn't see my dad for 7 years. So we called here and there once a month or something. And we want to see him, but the problem was, because he used to live in the Netherlands, he couldn't get a visa, because they thought if he comes back, he comes to work here, even though it was just to visit us. So what we arranged to meet him in the UK. And so he traveled to the UK. We went there with my mom, and we took the boat. We took the boat. So I remember 1 week before I went on this trip, I was like, I need to change my life. I need to change my life. So I purchased a book online, and it was about like discipline. And I started reading this book on that boat, and it just completely opened my eyes. The book was named No Excuses by Brian Tracy. I recommend it.
Oh, yeah.
This book I've recommended to hundreds upon hundreds of people, because it's done so much for me. It teaches me the principle of delayed gratification instead of instant pleasure. And I just was like reflecting on my life, and I saw exactly where I was messing up, right? So come in the UK, met with my dad, like it was very emotional, of course, you understand, we didn't see him for so long. And that's one thing I really like, or what has made me maybe different is, I just have a lot of pride, you know? And even though I didn't grew up for the most part with my father, I'm still very proud to wear this last name, and I want to prove myself, right? And I was there with my dad, and I remember very clearly, like, because he didn't see us for like 7 years, he wanted to take us shopping. So he sent me like $600 or something so we could go shopping together, and I could also pay for it. This was the first time he sent me the $600, that together with the money I had, I saw 1,000 on my bank account. The first time ever. I was like, what, 1,000? And because before that, it was during the summer, I was working a new summer job, like in a factory. But bro, it was like a factory that produced meals for like all these grocery stores, right? So you can imagine, I'm there, I've just turned 18. I got introduced to this job by a guy in the gym, and I was making there $10 an hour. And bro, you're literally making like pizza. So you're there
doing the same
bro,
thing.
I was, for example, I was like the cucumber guy, and I stand there besides this fucking band, and I'm just putting cucumber. And then this guy says, no, you did too much cucumber. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? And it was cold as shit in there, because it's like as if you're standing in a fridge, because everything needs to be kept good, right? And the cold sucks all the energy out of you. So I get home, and I'm just completely destroyed, and like looking at my life and da. So with that said, I come back from this trip with my dad, come back in the Netherlands, and I'm still the same guy. I know some new things because I've read this book, but my life has not changed yet. And I was really, really desperate, because I had all the shitty jobs, and honestly, I hated working for a boss, like deeply hated it.
Yeah.
I just couldn't stand it, you know? And I remember I was so desperate that at night I started like praying on my bed, like, God, give me an opportunity to change my life. Give me an opportunity. And then fast forward, I remember this very clearly. My brother, Ruben, his birthday is on the 6th of January. The day before that, 5th of January, I stumbled across e-com, dropshipping. I was watching YouTube, and I see this 17-year-old guy who made in 1 weekend 50,000 from selling fidget spinners. This trend, you remember?
Yeah.
I was like, the fuck? And I started looking into it. And you know, with the algorithm, YouTube will start recommend you more kind of similar stuff. So I remember I'm watching these videos, and I see, okay, you need to open your own website with Shopify. And I remember this so clearly. That day itself, I opened a Shopify store. I was not like one of these guys, I need to study for 3 months, find the exact right thing to do, if it makes sense. I need to first finish school. Bro, people these days, they all want to wait for the perfect moment, but the perfect moment
they'll spend so much time reading every single book, watching all these videos, and not taking action.
No. You know what made me different? first take the step and then I start thinking.
Yeah.
And if you just do that, you already have committed. And committing is what will get you so far, like committing. So that's what happened. From 5th of January, I was like, okay, I'm going to do this shit. To me, it was like a new world opened up, like sparks. I had like a complete fire inside of me, like, I'm gonna be successful with this. There was no other thing, because to me this was like the rescue. This was like the thing I prayed for so much. Like this was the chance that was given to me. So I got obsessed, like really obsessed. And what you have to understand, the business model I stepped into first was what I found was print on demand. Print on demand is basically, the name says it, like once you get an order, it will be printed by like a factory and then shipped to the customer. So I started trying that.
It's like low risk, isn't it?
It's low risk. Like you don't pay anything up front. And I remember like I was watching these YouTube videos, and this was really old school. Not like now you see hundreds of people sharing things about e-com and stuff. Then it was not the case. So there were literally these guys teaching me like, okay, what you want to do, you get like a shirt and you get a design of a cat, and then you target people who have cats. Like literally like that. I was like, wow, I'm gonna make money with this, like this easy. I found as if I was, or as if I found the secret, right? that was how I felt. And I started doing that, but I quickly realized that it took a bit long to get the designs, and then they looked like shit, and I didn't have experience.
Who was doing the designs?
Or just pay like a random Pakistan guy online, you know? And because e-com is like everything in regards to selling online, right? And I quickly also found dropshipping. So I was like, why not do dropshipping? Because the products are already there, the manufacturer already has it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So started focusing on that, building out my store. You have to understand that I'm still in school at this time. People in my class, they were asking me, Samuel, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because all day, lunch break, I'm just watching videos. I was obsessed. There was nothing else on my mind. And fast forward, I think 2 weeks later, there was like a carnival party going on in like my neighbor, at like a farm place. And I go there together with my brother. When it comes to my dropshipping store, I was doing shout outs. So basically, you just message a meme page, and I want to post on your page. And I remember my first product, it was like a bath suit, like for women. And I said, okay, promote this thing. But it was in the middle of the night because you were targeting on the US. So I remember I was at this carnival party, and I opened my phone and I see what? Shopify orders $70. And bro, to me, that was just the confirmation. It was just the confirmation that it worked. And the next day I get home, I checked 2 orders is what I've gotten, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this stuff. And the next months after that wasn't easy because I didn't have a course, or I didn't invest in a course. I didn't invest in coaching.
So you're just literally freestyling, trying to figure it out for yourself.
Complete Wild West, bro. Yeah. Complete Wild West.
And you were selling just random products.
Random, like
how did you decide? Oh, I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell
it was literally checking on AliExpress. Like you're just scrolling. You had like some filters you could set. Okay, what is the best sold in this niche? Then you looked how many reviews it's gotten, and then you took a bet on the product.
So if you went on this website that you had, it would just be like the most random.
Bro, random. If you look at it right now, you would think, what the fuck is this? It was.
What did you call it?
I think like Lavuro or something crazy, like that's random shit. But so I started just testing, but it was not working properly because I didn't know what I was doing, bro. Not at all. So what happened in those following months, I was still working at I was working at a different factory in the meantime. I took a new job on because what I knew is that if I want to make this with ecom, I need to make some money on the side to invest in this business. So I was still in school, had a side job, and I was then all spare time going into ecom. And Well, those first 3 to 4 months was really tough because I had no guidance, nothing, bro. 2018, people don't understand. It was nothing. Dropshipping was, people didn't even know it. Now, if you say dropshipping e-com, oh yeah, I get that. Back then,
you could type it on YouTube and there would like nothing would come up.
No, nothing. For example, I'm from the Netherlands. There was no YouTube video at all in Dutch on the whole subject. Nothing. So it was literally, like I just told you, it was as if I found like a secret, like in the Matrix, right? And after month 3, 4, I was kind of like doubting, okay, why is it not working? And what was funny, and this is where my first success came, is I was still in school. All my friends were playing Fortnite at the time, all of them. I come home, I see my little brother playing Fortnite. I'm like, maybe I need to build a store around Fortnite. So literally what I did, I opened a store, I named it Fort Plug. So fortplug.com, like Fortnite, and I'm the plug. And I started selling these headsets, and I was saying, yeah, you get full sound, you can hear the footsteps, you get more victories. And what was the smartest, and that's why it went crazy, I called it the Fort mic. Bro, I remember this very clearly. What happened is, same strategy still. I start messaging these meme pages. So you had a lot of pages.
These on Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. So with Fortnite, if you won, you got like, it's called a victory royale or something. People know who's played it. And if you had like a crazy kill or something, these meme pages would post that. I didn't play one single game, just so I was obsessed with e-com. But I started messaging these meme pages, and I said, can I promote my product on your page? And they said, yeah, sure. So I said, okay, does it cost? So this guy messaged me. He said, okay, this is other prices. I'm like, what the fuck?
Expensive.
Bro, expensive. These meme pages were run by 11-year-old kids. So he said, to post on my page, it will cost you $3. So I literally PayPal this guy $3. He put up my ad. Next day I wake up, I did $300 in sales from a $3 page post.
He only wanted $3?
$3.
Oh, fuck. I thought it was going to be really expensive. Oh,
no,
okay.
bro.
So they had no idea how much their audience was worth.
It were 11-year-old kids, 10-year-old kids running these pages. They had, they had no clue. And I'm like, oh, let's fucking go, you know? And yeah, I started doing that. It was like really my first success. And I went to about 8K to 10K a month in revenue.
Just off one product?
One product, just that headset. And like, look, right now, if I look back at those numbers, it's nothing. But to me, back then, it changed everything. Because 8K to 10K a month had me make about 2.5K in monthly profit. First thing I did was quit my side job. So I had more time to invest in my business. And I kept doing this with this Fortnite store for about 4 months or so. And I started hovering around the same revenue every month. And if I look back right now, the stupidest thing I didn't run like paid ads. I should have done that, but yeah, I was just undereducated, right?
You were paying paid ads through this meme page. Costing you like $3.
Yeah. So that was good. And at like it was like August 2018. Yeah, 2018. And I was like, I want to do more. I want to make more. And I started researching, and I thought, okay, I need to start a new store. And I started selling sunglasses because it was summer, and I started running some paid ads first. And I got my first sales, like doing actual like paid advertisements, you know, on Meta, you see the ads on Facebook, Instagram. And but summer was already almost on its end. So at one point it didn't work anymore. It was not profitable. So I remember the brand was called Hype Sunglasses, and I made the logo myself in Canva. So like Hype or Hype.sunglasses. And then I got ads of people selling fashion, like dropshipping. And I was like, I didn't even know you could dropship fashion. So I found like this jacket, and I started building a store around it. It was like a denim jacket, and it looked very nice. So what I just did, I went to Canva and I changed the name from Hype Sunglasses to ICON Amsterdam. That's what I changed it to. And I was like, okay, I'm going to dropship in the Netherlands. And first thing I did, wait. I started advertising that. And I remember it popped off instantly. Like the jacket was selling, and I was still going to school, and I was showing it to my friends. Yeah, bro, this is going nuts.
So it's not costing you anything up front.
No. The beauty about dropshipping, honestly, is
how would that work? So somebody places an order for this jacket, but the jacket's been altered a little bit because it's getting the.
No. These jackets are already fully made. So
with the icon on.
No. It was. I didn't have my logo on it. My logo was just on the website. It were not custom products at all. It was just from a Chinese vendor. I remember very clearly. It was a good strategy. Still to this day, people should use it. Is what I did. The jacket cost me $40 to buy it from the manufacturer. I wanted to sell it for 140, so about 100 average, like gross profit, right? But what I did, I started looking for similar jackets on AliExpress, added them to my website, and I started listing them for $300, $400, $500. And then I said, our all-time bestseller only this week with 50% off. And then I discounted mine from like $400 to 140. And it was just selling like this, like crazy.
People love a discount.
Yeah, bro, of course, man. Then what happened? I did my first 1K in a day, so 1,000 in revenue, and huge milestone, of course. But then the second day, I remember I was working at my mom's house, and we had like a little office where my mom worked, but I would also be working there, like next to her. And she walked downstairs and she's screaming my name, Samuel, what is this? And I'm like, what? And then like we got like a letter of like a lawyer, like and apparently the jacket I was selling had like copyright. And I didn't know it because the Chinese vendor just grabbed the jacket from a brand, replicated, took the same pictures, and I found just the supply and I start selling it, right? So I opened the letter, bro. First thing they said, okay, 10,000 euro fine. We also need to calculate how much revenue you did, how much profit you need to pay us back, bro. I had maybe by this time I just had made like 5 or 6K. That's what I had in the bank account. And they said first thing you need to pay back 10K. So my stepdad, he told me one thing which really helped me at the time. He said never from the get-go sign anything. No, never from the get-go. So I didn't sign. I just removed all the products from my website, and I just waited. And I didn't hear back from them. So I was like, okay, it's kind of yeah. So.
I did a similar thing. This was back in 2009, I think. This is when eBay was big. It's also when Ed Hardy was big. Remember Ed Hardy?
No.
Ed Hardy, I think it was an American brand, and they had all these like crazy t-shirts. But I did a similar thing where I found a website that was selling them. And then I would basically drop ship from that website, but advertise them on eBay. And it did pretty damn well, but I didn't understand that the t-shirts that I was buying, they were fake. So it was fake Ed Hardy, and Ed Hardy was pretty expensive if you were going to buy a t-shirt. So I started making all this money and selling all these t-shirts, and this was in like a couple of weeks. Then I started getting complaints, and people being like, this is not a real Ed Hardy t-shirt. And I was like, oh shit, fuck. Okay, so I changed the listing on the website saying replica Ed Hardy t-shirts, and people were still buying them. And then obviously this was like wild west time before there was all the rules and regulations with eBay and PayPal. And eBay, obviously it got flagged up on their system, and they figured out that I was just selling basically fake clothes, and then they shut me down immediately.
Just shut down?
Yeah.
Did you have to pay stuff or no?
No, luckily no, because it wasn't like a huge operation. But when I was at university, I was making a couple $100 a day just from selling these fake t-shirts. But that was my experience of doing something like that.
So I had to remove that shit from my website. That was the first thing I did, and then I had to look for something else. And I remember I found like an advertisement on Instagram of like a store selling like skinny jeans. And I remember I was still in the gym by this time, like every day, every evening I was going to the gym. It was just in my routine, and I was buying these stretch pants over from the UK. Like you had brands like
Legend London.
Yeah, Legend London and some other brands. They had like these stretch jeans, and from denim with a lot of stretch. And I found like a dropshipping store who was selling that in Sweden, but the store looked like trash. And I started doing some research on AliExpress and Alibaba, and all of a sudden I'm like, I think I've seen kind of these products, and I click on it and I see, okay, the best stretch jeans. I'm like, okay. I message the manufacturer. I say, can I drop ship your product? That was literally what I asked. He said, even better. You can drop ship it with your own logo on it. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh,
I walk downstairs. I say, my mom, this is gonna be it. I'm gonna take over the world with this. And she was looking at me like, what the fuck are you? You've said this before. They're like, well, come on. But I really felt this because there was no brand in the Netherlands selling this stuff online. I was buying it myself, even from the UK, right? So I opened I started adding these products to my website, and the first thing I did, I was just looking in the mirror. I was, Samuel, you don't know jack shit about ads. Buy a course. But you have to understand, I come from such a small village. I had limiting beliefs everywhere. Like, no, it's all scammers, all gurus. They just sell a course to make money. You don't need that. And I was like, no, I need to invest in some guidance. And I remember I paid $500 for the first course I invested in. And it teach me how to run Facebook ads. And I started running these ads, and bro, it just started selling like that. And it was end of October 2018, going into beginning of November. And I hit my first 1K day, first 2K day, and then almost Black Friday was coming up, which is always in November. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to prepare a sale around this. And that's what I did. And I gave like some discounts, hyped it up. We never do discounts. My store just existed, but no, we never do discounts. So it went just crazy. I went from my first 1K day. I did that the month before that with that selling those jackets, to my first 2K day, first 5K day, first 10K day. Like literally like that. From the 2K day to the 10K day was all in 1 week, like one jump. And this was
feeling.
bro, this was just life-changing, honestly. This moment, the month before that, I did 10K in revenue. That month, November, I did 70,000 in revenue, but huge profits, like 35K in net profit. And you have to imagine, bro, I'm still in school. I'm still in school, and like I'm showing all my classmates because, bro, they all fucking doubted me. Like, no, that's not real. And even when I had this Fortnite store, right? I remember I came home one day, and I'm someone, if I'm really hyped about something, I just tell. I cannot keep things to myself. I'm not one of these guys, I'm gonna start this business in secret, in private, and then once it do good, I will let people know. No, I was already sharing it with everyone, with my mom and with my brother, and I was really obsessed, and I cannot hold that in. Remember coming home with my bike, I had my first orders, and then a friend of my stepdad, he said, okay, good that you're doing that right now, but just know that this will never last. This will never last. And bro, I was just so obsessed with the thing, and it just hit me, it hurt me to an extent that I was like, I'm gonna prove everyone fucking wrong with this. And then to fast forward, in that month, November, do 70,000 in revenue.
This was just off the jeans.
Just jeans, bro. Just jeans. Also just in one market, was just in the Netherlands. And I remember there's even a video up on my Instagram that I recorded myself, like saying like, okay, Samuel from the Netherlands, I'm 19 years old, and I still had like this accent from this village, right? And I said, I just did 70K in a month, but watch me, next year I'll do 6 figures in a month, and even multiple 6 figures. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. Next year in February, I did 100K in a month, March 150K, April 200K, and it was really becoming serious. And I from the get-go, I was also sharing my results on Instagram and stuff. Like I don't know, I would just come from this small village, and I just like to share my stuff, And people were like, whoa, what is this? What are you doing? Because it was really new. And I started sharing this. Later, I also made like a YouTube video, like how I went from 0 to 70K in a month at 19 years old. And what happened afterwards, like straight away after I created this video, bro, everywhere, left, right, and center. I was getting copied. My store was getting copied. Oh, it was nuts, bro. Like everyone under the sun. What even happened?
Did you not think that was going to happen when you were sharing?
No, because I didn't share my store. I didn't share, but apparently in the Netherlands, if you people know your name, they can just go to the Chamber of Commerce. They can just get like a file, and it said my name of the fucking website and the domain and stuff. They can. It's nuts,
like,
right?
Okay,
yeah,
that's working.
Oh,
I'm gonna do this.
Copy that shit. Yeah, and that's how that went, and that even I had I was not lonely, or maybe I was lonely at the time because I didn't have friends doing the same stuff. But it didn't feel. I never was like self-pitying, like, oh, I'm alone or this. I knew I was taking a path different than others, right? I knew I was walking on a path less traveled. I want a different life. Then I have to do different stuff, right? People will not understand me. Well, it had me connect online with also someone from Germany. Like we were just sharing our things we were doing. He was like more in the SMMA, and I was doing e-com, right? And we were already like friends for like 6 to 8 months online. And then there came a moment, he was doing SMMA and I was doing dropshipping, and I blew up. And I was just telling him what I did and stuff like that. He said, what course did you buy? So I just shared the course with him, and he also joined it. And then I remember very fucking clearly, there was a day I opened the community of this course, and this German kid, he's had a result of 2K in a day. But we were sharing everything with each other. So I messaged him, whoa, well, 2K a day, and then afterwards I said, you know what, bro? I don't trust this shit. I think you are copying me. And he was like a very soft, sensitive guy, and he couldn't hold in. He said, yeah, I'm so sorry, but I just copied what you are doing. And bro, that just really hit me at the time, because you have to understand, when you really come from nothing and you find something to succeed for yourself and to change your life, and people are copying you, you get paranoid because you're scared to lose it. You just got it, and then you're scared to lose it. So I had two options then. Option number one was to go crazy on these people who are copying me, and I gotta find them. I'm going to their house, and maybe that was the energy in the beginning. But the other option was, I'm gonna destroy all of them. I'm gonna do things they cannot do. And that was the moment. So that was about mid 2019 that I was like, this thing that I've got going on, this store with Icon, it can be so much bigger. So I got complaints here and there from customers, because I was shipping from China, and I was like, okay, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna purchase inventory. None of these fuckers that are copying me, these 16-year-olds, they will never buy inventory. They don't have the money for it. You know, so I'm gonna buy inventory. I'm gonna invest more in the brand. I'm gonna do shoots with models they cannot pay, with photographers they cannot pay. And that's literally what I did, bro. I went to UK even. Still to this day, we do our shoots in the UK with the best models, best photographers. And I just started investing back into the brand and really build something. And
to begin with, the money, what were you doing with the money you were making?
Bro,
buying stupid shit.
Bro, I remember, well, first thing I bought, I was always motivated by these guys on Snapchat wearing designer stuff. I wanted designer stuff, you know? Yeah. So I remember there was like the time, I come from like all my friends did football, right? And the thing was like slides with socks. Yeah. So first thing I bought was Gucci slides. So I was just on my slides with socks. I was behind my desk working, or when I went on the bike to the gym, I had these slides with socks, and I just felt like I was balling. I took my parents I took my parents to McDonald's and paid for them, and they were like, what are you paying, bro? So I was just bro, I was just spending money, also going out. I was always the brokest kid in the pub, or like the small club we went out. I was always like hoping that someone would give me a drink for free, because I didn't have the money for it. And now all of a sudden I'm the guy buying drinks for everyone, you know? I'm buying designer for my little brother. I'm just spending left, right, and center. And
what's it like in the Netherlands when somebody starts to become successful and make money? Do they start to hate on you, or do they admire it and respect it?
No. Netherlands is a gossip country, bro. Everyone talks about each other. If you get your head too high, they try to chop it off, bro. That's how it works. And where I'm from, everyone was already gossiping there. So they were like, what the fuck is he doing? And I had so many naysayers and people like just talking shit. I even remember this very clearly, like even like a friend of a father of a friend of mine, he was like a police guy, and he was like, he doesn't make this revenue. He started looking me up online. Look, it's all fake, and bro, it's all hate. But honestly, I knew what I signed myself up for. I knew I wanted to be different. So the hate never got to me personally. And I can advise that to everyone who wants to be successful. Just prepare yourself. Hate will come. It's inevitable. I maybe even liked it at times, because that was the confirmation that I was on the right path, you know? So 2018 was the year I found ecom. I did basically zero for the whole of the beginning of the year. Then at the end, I had my first like big success with Icon. Finished that year about 200K in revenue. 2019, I did 1 million in revenue. 2020, 2 million. 2021, 4 million. 2022 was 6 million. And then 2023, last year, we took a jump from 6 million all the way to 20 million in revenue, which was insane, of course. So,
which was the year when you bought your own inventory?
2019. Yeah.
What was your experience doing that?
Bro,
because that's always a risky one. Because obviously I've got my clothing brand, and just deciding which products to go ahead with, what colorways, what sizes.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing you want to do is buy stock and then just end up with a load of shitty stock
Bro,
that nobody wants to buy.
The worst thing you can do, and I still tell my clients, people online, never buy stock from something you don't know if it's gonna work yet. Always get proof of concept first.
Yeah.
These guys come to me, I've got 10, I got 20K in inventory, but it doesn't work. I said, have you tested it even? No, I just thought it would work, and we worked on the designs for 2 to 3 months. Bro, as if you working on the designs proves that it will work, you know? Yeah. So that's why the business model dropshipping is so good, because people look at it like, oh, it's shipped from China and and I'm not gonna do this. Stay broke, right? Stay broke. If you look at what the fuck I've done, I've built literally from zero a dropshipping store, turned it into a branded dropshipping store, later became a brand. Right now I can sell it for multiple 8 figures, right? I even got an offer mid 2023 for almost 10 million for this same exact fucking Shopify store. This same Shopify store I opened on the 5th of January 2018, right? Which is nuts if I look back at it. But yeah, it led me to 2019 1 million. Then the lifestyle was already becoming a bit better, but I was just focused and locked in, you know.
I have a question for you guys. Do you take supplements? And if you do you really know what supplements you should be taking? You see, this is a problem I had for years. I would walk into a supplement store, I would buy loads of random bottles of supplements and just pop pills every day, hoping for the best. But in reality, I had no idea whether or not I should be consuming these supplements. That is where Bionic came into the picture and solved that problem. You see, I've been working with Bionic for the past couple of years, and since 2021, I've been getting my blood work done with them every 3 to 4 months. And based on that blood work, they send it off to get analyzed, and then they put together a very specific customized formula for me, which will last me for 3 to 4 months until I get my next blood work done. And honestly, it's been an absolute game changer for me. They also offer another product called Bionic Go, where all you need to do is go onto the website, fill in questionnaire, and then based on that questionnaire, they can give you your customized supplements. So if that sounds like something that would be of interest, which I highly recommend, go onto the website, bionic.com, and you can use the link in my description to get a nice little discount on your first order. I think when you get that reward and confirmation that something is actually working, then you're like, this is it. I'm just gonna go harder.
Bro, I was just living in like complete satisfaction, you know, because I was really lost, and then I found something to change my life, and then it worked out, and I was balling in my small village, right? And I remember first thing I did mid 2019, I was still in school. I said I need to quit school, but I was in the final year, like I was going into the exams, right? But I had to do like an internship for 6 months. I was like, bro, I cannot do an internship for 6 months, 9 to 5.
You working at somebody else's company
Bro,
when you've got your own, which is killing
I
it.
couldn't do it. I was like, oh, do I need to do this? And
You couldn't even just say, look, could I just do an internship at my own company?
I tried. I failed. I failed massively, you know. Yeah, who are you going to work for? I was the owner, right? So
that makes literally no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, and so
for you to do that,
yeah, it made no sense. And what was really bothering me at the time is that I was still in school, and
you were doing this because you wanted to make your mum happy.
I want to make my mom proud. I want just to get out of I hated my life, bro. Yeah. And I finally find something to succeed. I was doing 50K, 100K a month, then 150K a month. First thing I did when I started doing those numbers, I messaged my mentor and I sent an email to school. I said, I want to quit. I want to quit. I knew this was the time to go all in. I knew I had to put that time to my business. And they just laughed at me, bro. They said, what you're doing is not real. And I remember, bro, I've shared this. I need to post this on my Instagram. I get an email from school. They literally said, Samuel, I know in the short term, it looks very good to go work for yourself, but in the long term, it will always fail. It will and like really like that, like a harsh email like that. And I'm like, oh.
That is exactly what is wrong with the fucking education system.
Bro, it's terrible.
What kind of message is that?
You cannot send that to people. And honestly, I was really making money. I remember I was even sharing like the revenues I did. I say I make 50K a month now, 100K. Didn't believe it. They just didn't believe it. And finally, I was having this discussion with my mom. And she said, I just want you to get a paper. And I was like, but I cannot do this internship. I have to go all in. And I'm so happy for what happened then. Because I don't know how it's, I was at a very low level. It was called like a level 4 in the Netherlands. And the lowest of the lowest level, like literally you're dumb if you're doing this level, was like
the special kids.
Yeah, it was like level 2. So what I did, I had to do like one test and then I could get like a degree for level 2. So I did that, and it was basically, it was nothing. And then I could basically go work for myself, right? Because otherwise you had to pay all the money back from your study. If you don't finish with a degree in the Netherlands, you have to pay a lot of the money back.
How much would that have been?
I don't know. I don't know exactly, but
thousands.
Thousands, yeah, 100%. So that was the time I was at this time 19 years old, and yeah, I was going all in with my business. Yeah, what
was your brother up to at the time?
my brother, he was I was 19 and he was 17. He was playing Fortnite. He was chasing girls. Yeah, bro, you know what happened, and everything happens for a reason at a certain time period, right? First thing I did when I found success was, Ruben, you need to get into this. You need to start your own dropshipping store. But he was doing other things. He was chasing girls. He was going out. He liked fishing as a hobby. He had his mind somewhere else. And when you don't have your mind there, it doesn't work, because I didn't want to do it for him. I wanted him to build his own store, right? Yeah. And he did it. And honestly, yeah, I remember with his first store, he even did like 5 or 10K in revenue, which was nice. But if you want to really excel to the next level, you have to put more into it. And it was just not the time for him, right? So going into 2020, this was the year that, yeah, really people saw that I was different. Also I was still in this village and going to the gym, making money, and people are like, what are you doing, man? Can you share me what you do? I remember I never, right now people see me online, of course, with my personal brand, my Instagram, YouTube, but it was never the plan for me to do that. Honestly, I just need to get stuff off my chest. And my brother was not into e-com. My friends were not into e-com. I mean, living in a tiny ass village with nobody to connect with, I was like, I need to share my stuff online. And that's when I started posting my results on Instagram. Later, like I said, this YouTube video, and it started getting some serious momentum. And then
You can start to, at least that way you can build up a bit of a network online.
Exactly.
If you can't, because they ask me, they're like, oh, I'm struggling to network with people because they probably live in a place where there's just not many like-minded people to meet up with. So you have two options. You either leave, you go somewhere else where there's people to network with, or at least you just start off with posting online, building up a bit of a personal brand, and then at least you can start to try and network with other people online.
The first thing I say, if you want to network, put yourself out there. How can anyone connect with you if they don't know who the fuck you are? Communities, build a personal brand, whatever it is, but put yourself out there. And that's what I did. And bro, if there's one thing that really helped me was my network. In the beginning, I was like, after I got screwed over as well by this German kid, I was like, I'm going to be a lone wolf type of guy. Well, it sounds cool, but it's not the best. Especially if you want to become a serious entrepreneur, you have to have connections and solutions. That's why right now, when I help people or with my coaching, we are the best in the game because we have all the solutions, right? Because we have such a network. So going into 2020, beginning of the year, I was like, I need to go on a holiday because with the money I made, I was not or I didn't go on a holiday yet. And I was like checking, okay, maybe I'll go to Ibiza, but it was February, bro. I was like searching the weathers and, oh, okay, where else can I go? I was like, maybe Dubai. And I was like, weather perfect. And I was like, okay, I need to go Dubai, and I bring my little brother with me because at this time, me and my brother, we were still like best friends, or at least we were the ones we could understand each other just because of what we been through when we were younger.
He's the guy you're gonna trust the most.
100%. You have a brother, right?
2 years below.
Yeah, bro. It was similar. So
it's funny because I remember it's similar to you. Like you're trying to get him into ecom. When I started going to the gym, I was trying to get him to come to the gym, and he was just like,
"Did he go?
No, he didn't care."
I got my little brother into the gym.
To begin with, he didn't care, but this was like way before social media. I think I started going when I was like 17 years old. I'm 33 now, so it was a long time ago. But then I think he started to see the recognition I was getting online from being in shape, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm going to start now."
Gym is honestly. That's where I built my foundation. It was the first time ever in my life that I did something for a longer period of time, because that's how it goes with gym. You put in effort, you don't see results instantly, and I got the reward later. And then later when I read that book, No Excuses, I connected the dots, delayed gratification, working for something, just putting in discipline, and later you get the reward. Bro, nowadays, people will see me waking up early still. Meanwhile, I do millions a month. Everything when it comes to my lifestyle, I basically have. I don't have any desires or things I need to make my life complete. Why is he still waking up early?
Yeah, because I've noticed that. How do you still have that hunger? It's not like it's gone. It's still as high as ever.
Yeah, but it's more maybe even than in the beginning.
What's motivating you?
What's motivating me is honestly also later in my journey, I've been through some obstacles that just changed me. If you go from zero to becoming a millionaire, 21 years old, then a year after that, almost completely losing everything, it just opened my eyes, and I was really like praying, okay, God, if I get out of this shit, I will never get comfortable again, because comfort is what almost destroyed me. One of my favorite quotes is, success leads to comfort leads to failure. And that's what happened to me, bro. 2020, going to Dubai, a new world opens up. I have money to spend on everything, basically. I'm 20 years old, right? I remember I went there, it was just 1 month before COVID, and then COVID hit, right? And I was there with my brother, and I was like, oh, this place, I need to come here more often. And then after summer, I went back again to go to a holiday for a friend that I met in Dubai the first time I went there. And that was also the time that we were just going crazy, honestly, partying. Like I was living a lifestyle I've never seen before. I'm still young, I'm still horny, still reckless, bro. You know it, right? And the holiday or the birthday of that friend, it was just for a couple of days. Then he left, and I stayed for 2 more days. I was just on my own. And being on your own in a place like Dubai is so good. Like people say, but who can I go with? Bro, just go by yourself. If you go by yourself, you have to open up. And that's what happened with me. I met some e-com guys, but also from the Netherlands, e-com guys from Germany. And they were just here living the life, doing dropshipping on an even crazier level than me. And I was like, whoa. And that was the first time that I connected with people who could understand me. You know, we're young, we're also in the e-com game, at the same kind of aspirations, like the same parties or the same lifestyle, right? And because I couldn't find that in the Netherlands, bro, because everyone there is just chasing to be the same. Everyone is trying to be the same. And I tried to make like a good circle of friends in the Netherlands, but they just all didn't understand what went into this shit, right? So with that said, I come back to the Netherlands. I'm making a plan for the next year. And 2021, bro, this was one of the, there was the period that really my life started catching up, like really. So what happened is, actually 2020, what happened is I purchased my first car. I was 20 years old, purchased an A-class AMG. Like at 20 years old, still living with my mom. Because I always create vision boards. I think visualization is one of the best things you can do, especially as an entrepreneur. And I had an A-class, a Mercedes A-class on my vision board because I knew, I just saw, I thought that that's a car that fits me, and if I drive in that, I will be pimping. But then my results went so quick, I putting AMG behind it. So I picked up that car. It was about 50,000 euros I paid for it. And I was just balling in this small town. And I was like, Sama, you're the man here, but what the fuck you gonna do here?
Yeah.
You're
already a big fish.
Yeah, I was a big fish, small pond. And I decided to move to Amsterdam. And all by myself was one of the best decisions ever, you know, like places you know the least, you learn the most, really. And I had to open up, I had to be the man there. My first apartment really was 4,000 a month, like in one of the best areas in Amsterdam. My mom was like, what, you're 20,
they're never gonna understand.
4,000 a month? You're not gonna do that, you're not gonna do that. And I was like, yeah, I need to do that. And then I need to do that. And what was crazy, I went there with a friend of mine who was living in Amsterdam. He's to this day one of my best friends. And we went on like a visit to check the home. You know, we had a viewing there. And I remember the owner of that home. He was like he was like a dark-skinned guy, but he had two sons that were like my age and like my brother's age, and he couldn't connect the dots. Like, how the hell are you here?
Drug dealer.
Yeah. How the hell are you the one trying to move into this place? So I said, like, yeah, I'm really serious. I've got this e-com business. My brand is doing good. So I went home and I was checking with my accountant because they were asking so many questions that they just did not believe that I made that kind of money at that age. So my accountant calls me, says, okay, Samuel, you've sent them how much money is in your bank account. And I literally had to send them, you never have to do this. Yeah. How much is in your bank account? I've told them what my business is. I've showed them basically all the proof. He called me, he said, Samuel, they're asking for one final thing. I'm like, okay, what's that? He said, you need to send a screenshot of your Shopify. So I literally sent a screenshot that I did over 1 million in a year, or over 1 million that year before that, and they said, okay, it's good, and I got the keys next day, and that just led me on a journey. Like if you move away from your hometown, it's one of the best decisions ever you can do, because you burn the ships, you are pushed to a new level. Because I had to be successful, you know. I couldn't take back steps. I didn't have my parents who could support me, and I was like, I don't care. You have to, if you want to go big, you have to bet on yourself, right? So yeah, that's what I did, and so I moved to Amsterdam. From that moment on, I was just grinding with my e-com store, and then the year afterwards was when I really started living the life in Dubai. And bro, it was just I don't know if you've seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
bro, my life was just turning into that, honestly.
Well, it's fucking mad that like you have that much money to spend and you have the success you've had and you're only like 23, 24.
Bro, I younger even.
Yeah.
I became millionaire when I was 21 and I was in Dubai, bro. I went to Dubai, and instead of staying there for a week, I met all these people and just connected on a deeper level. And we were all doing the same thing, because during COVID, there were a lot of dropshippers selling like toilet paper and crazy stuff, because there was a high demand and there was not enough supply, right? And I was making about or doing about 10K a day in revenue with 2K a day in net profit, bro. If you're 21 years old and you have 2K a day to basically do whatever, well, bro, I was spending everything, honestly, and
I would have done the same
bro,
thing.
it was just wild, man. It like getting back to like the Paramount Hotel, for example. I was living in hotel suites. Like you could get like a monthly deal to live in a hotel suite, bro. I lived in one of the best suites there, craziest view. And you know what the thing was? It was not just me. It was like I had the suite on level 41. Then one of my friends had level 42. Another friend had level 43. Bro, we were just with a group like balling there. And what happened is on place number 1 was just living a crazy life. Place 2, that's where my business was. So I was just working for 30 minutes to an hour a day. Then, okay, what beach club are we hitting? Where are we going for dinner? Which club are we hitting after? Bro, I was just living a dream, honestly. It was literally a dream. I could spend on whatever. I'm with girls I used to dream of, right? It was just a complete different world. And yeah, it was 2021, and this led to, yeah, also in the summer 2021 to a little decline as well with my business, because
You get distracted,
bro. People, if you come to Dubai, the
especially that
distraction
happened with me my first year here. Like it was, you're blown away, especially if you got a bit of money to spend. There's literally something to do every single day, every single night, and you got people who are similar to you that also have money to spend, and they're young, and it is. I got carried away. Like, I remember the first year, even the second year, I was comfortable. Like I'd done a lot of the hard work. The money was kind of just coming in regardless. All I had to do was the bare minimum, just like post here and there, and then you can just literally do whatever the fuck you want.
It's like a complete circus, you know, for adults, like literally, and especially if you make some good money, you have everything, right? You have the parties, you have the fast life, you have the girls, you have everything. It's the same talking about girls, bro. In Dubai, girls think it's weekend every day. In the Netherlands, they hit you up on a Friday. Here, they hit you up on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. They don't care, bro. They don't think as if, okay, you have to make money still, right? It's literally like that. But it was just wild that year.
How big was the team at that point?
Oh man, it was small. It was small, honestly. I just had a right-hand man. It was like a store manager who managed like all the day-to-day. I had someone who ran my advertisements on Google and Facebook, and I had customer service employees. And besides that, bro, my brand was so booming. I did every month, without putting in much effort, 300K in revenue, with every month over 100,000 in net profit, like net, like serious profit that I had in my bank that I could use on whatever, right? And I'm still young and right, so it was too easy. Honestly, it was too easy, and not just for me, also for my friends. It was a crazy time. And
who was in charge of placing orders and dealing with the factories and the warehouses and logistics?
Basically, the only thing I did was checking when we needed inventory, and I purchased the inventory. Whenever we needed, or I worked on some new products. But what's crazy to me right now, looking back, at the moment, I have a team of over 50 employees with just that one brand, right? Yeah. We have, for every position, we are hiring right now, like top people. We pay like 10K, 15K on like payroll, like work for like Tommy Hilfiger, Calvin Klein. Like we are hiring serious people. Back then, bro, absolutely not, right? was just working with some freelancers here and there. I was not even checking my profits properly, bro.
Yeah.
No, how crazy is that? Right now, I have everything. I have an in-house CFO who keeps charge of everything. I know every dollar where it goes. Back then, not at all, bro. I didn't care. I was just looking at Shopify, 10K revenue. That is about 2K in net profit, I think. Let's hit a beach club. Okay, we spent I spent 1,000. Then afterwards, I go to a club, spend another 1,000, bro. I was spending profits, bro. Where that should have gone back into the business. So that leads to that's comfort. It's all comfort, and so much distractions here in Dubai that I had a lot of FOMO, you know, fear of missing out. And if you step into Dubai, you have a lot of FOMO. Just be prepared. It's gonna be hard.
Well, even I'm here, like sat at this desk, trying to do my work, and then I look outside, and I'm like, shit. You got the new 5 hotels just opened over there. There's like something popping off over there. There's like something over there. But I think because I've been here for 5 years now, like I've done a lot of it. Bro, it does become.
It's
thing. Like the same shit after a while.
That exactly what you just said. That's why at one point, to me, now it's not a distraction anymore. I've done everything. Everything. I've spent over 10K a night in a club. I've done everything that a young kid would want to do, right? With dreams. So yeah.
What would you say was like kind of the biggest anticlimax? Something that you thought was gonna be amazing, but actually wasn't as good as it was cracked up to be? Or was it all pretty damn good?
Honestly, it was all wild. It was all worth it. I loved it all, bro. I come from nothing, man. So everything was good. But if you're talking about Dubai, I think a lot of the tourist shit here is so overrated, bro. I hate it. Going desert and things like that. I don't like it. I brought my parents along the other day. I flew them in with business class. They were so happy. I was like, okay, let's do a desert trip. I hated it so much, bro. Oh man. So I think that's overrated, but everyone his own thing, right?
Yeah. Why do you think you've had the success that you had with the brand? Like, why do you think it's so popular?
It's popular because we made it popular. It's not just a good product because there were others selling the same thing. You know, I even found certain products from competitors that were selling the same thing. At the end of the day, when it comes to making money online, it's all marketing. Everything is marketing. You can have the best product in the world. If nobody knows about it, you're not gonna make orders. You're not gonna get sales. So it was very good marketing. I was my own customer. So why ICON succeeded is because I knew exactly what the person behind the screen would want, right? It was not like I was starting a brand and I'm starting selling makeup and I don't have a clue about makeup. I really knew what they wanted. So I was able to tailor my website in a way. I made it look nice. I was also pretty creative with the design and such. And I really it worked because I would buy at my own store. That's how it was. And the brand it really had especially I started in 2018 and you don't see this anymore at the moment, like almost zero. Organic is completely gone, like because Meta, like Facebook, Instagram, they want to make money with ads because that's where they make the majority of the money. So they don't want organic. Only Reels maybe work still a little bit. But back then, bro, I had people messaging me on Instagram, organic followers. I get people with millions of followers. I get like famous boxers from the Netherlands who said, okay, I like your product. Can you send me some? You know, there's a famous kickboxer. His name is Rico Verhoeven, for example. He just sent us a message. He started placing comments on the Instagram, and we were like, okay, sure, let's ship you some shit out. I said, because I was still doing the Instagram, I said, but I would like some pictures in return. Bro, he instead of sending just pictures, he posted it on his Instagram and tagged me.
Didn't even charge?
No charge. Yeah. You would never ever see that right now anymore. Yeah. Then there was even a moment, and I was still living with my mom, that I got a message on Instagram, and it said, Vitaly ZD TV wants to send you a message. And back then, this guy, he had like tens of millions of subscribers on YouTube. He was the guy who also on the Champions League final. He ran on the pitch. World Cup final. I think his chick even streaked on the World Cup final, something like that. But he was the most hyped man at the time. And he said, I like your stuff. Send me some over. Bro,
you know what I understand? With these guys who have all this money, why don't they just go and buy some? Why are they always asking for shit?
Everyone loves shit for free. That's, I don't know. Everyone loves shit for free. So
I have some of my friends who are like, oh, bro, send me some stuff. I'm like, why do you just
buy it.
support me?
No, bro. If it's with my friend in their business, I would always pay. Bro, also you cheap guys listening, just pay for your friends. Don't ask for shit for free. Support their fucking business, right?
That's literally like, even when it comes to my birthday, but I don't want anything for my birthday. Just go and support me. Buy some of our products, sign up to my app, whatever. Like, or leave a good review.
Yeah, at least, bro.
That's literally the best thing that you could do. I don't want anything. I don't want any presents or anything. No. Just show some love to my businesses.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? If you finish your degree at school and you post it on Facebook, you get hundreds of likes. If you post you started your business, you get 0, bro. You get almost nothing. You even almost get hate, you know?
Yeah. You only really tend to get love and respect from people who are doing better than you, and then they're like, yeah.
You know what I really found out is that, especially for example, people see my success or what I do, but also even in the beginning, bro. If I posted, for example, a result or me picking up a new car, instead of them looking at what you've achieved, they are looking at it what they have not achieved. That's people reflect. People are instantly they self-reflect. And what made me different is I never looked at it like that. I got always motivated, inspired when I saw people with a crazy lifestyle or someone with a successful business. Always got inspired, you know. But
there's other people who take it the opposite and they hate it.
You're either inspired or you're insecure. It's one of the two, you know. And I always believed that I could become that person, you know. Visualization is it's key. I could always put myself in a position and already imagine. I was already smelling the success without making revenue. Even when my business was failing, I remember this so clearly. When I was posting these shout outs on these meme page in the beginning, and I didn't have orders yet. I remember waking up, checking my, I remember waking up, having a fucking dream that I got orders. I checked my phone, I thought I had orders. I didn't have any orders. That's how obsessed I was with this, right?
I was going to say as well, like you're no stranger to showing the success and like showcasing the flashy lifestyle on the social media and the Instagram. Do you get backlash from that?
100%.
What's the motive behind that? Are you trying to inspire people, motivate people?
It's all inspiration.
Are you trying to get girls?
No. The girls will come regardless. I try to inspire my younger self. That's how I look at it. I got inspired by stuff like this. I'm being the exact person I looked up to. I looked up to this. I know so many look up to this. And I'm also that guy. I'm with everything I do. I'm very direct. I'm in people their face. I'm transparent as well. You know, one of the reasons I am where I am today is because I'm very transparent. I'm authentic. If people look, people can see my lifestyle. They see a Richard Mille. They see the Cullinan, but it's not that. You have to look one step further. Who have I become and what have I done? You know, and that's where most people that are really at the bare bottom with limiting beliefs, they cannot even get past that, you know. But the ones, I have so many lovers, so many fans, people that message me, I've changed their life because they look one step further. That's why right now people relate with me, right? Also with the stuff I'm putting out, I'm sharing my lifestyle because I like to do this. Already before I found ecom, I was posting on Instagram when I had my gym transformation or when I was going out. I like to, if I didn't have this business or if I wouldn't help people, I would still be on Instagram posting. I just love to be an example, you know? And that's what I'm chasing,
Where do you see yourself in like the next 5 years?
Take over the whole world with ecom. Honestly, we are already doing it.
With Icon,
with Icon, honestly, the goal right now is 100 million in valuation. We're getting there, you know. Right now we would be around 40-50 million, so halfway there. Besides that, behind the scenes, I'm investing a lot also in clients of mine. We do like equity deals, 50-50. I also have, for example, an agency that is like really spitting out cash because we're one of the biggest in the e-com scene when it comes to supplying ad accounts for dropshippers. Or I'm doing a lot, but Icon is just the main thing. Icon is what changed my life, and I will be sharing. I share a lot on that, but I also work on new brands. But if you build a new brand, if you build a new brand, in the first months you go into like the trenches, you're trying to figure out what's best. If I from the get-go start saying, okay guys, this is my new brand, everyone will copy that shit. Icon, I can share everything right now. It's because we are at the stage that nobody can copy us.
Yeah.
They can try, it will fail. That's why in my first 2 years, 3 years, I never shared my brand Icon to nobody.
Yeah, I was going to say, because with a lot of fashion brands, they grow, they peak, but how do they stay at the peak? A lot of them kind of just fall off. Like, what is the secret to keeping a brand cool and trendy?
Innovation, 100%. Never, and I tell this to everyone, I tell this to my clients, if you have something that works, try to find more of what works.
Yeah.
Most people lean on what works, but you never want to do that. So it's the same when a client of mine, he messaged me, he said, Samuel, insane, I'm doing 10K a day at the moment. First thing I say is don't get comfortable, start testing more products, start making iterations of what's working already. Icon is working because, bro, we are pumping out designs. We have our head of design, he's fucking killing it. He has designed over 150 products, for example, only for this year. And then we just pick and choose what we want to drop. We are heavily in the game, competitor research is so important. You always need to be on top of the game. You need to know what's working. And that's what most people don't do. They just put their finger in the air, see where the wind is blowing, and then take a guess. We never guess, So
At what stage of the business would you recommend to hire a designer?
A product designer later, way later, honestly. We just hired one just a year ago, bro.
So who's doing designs before that?
You can just do it freelance, or what we had. We had suppliers who had their own designers. They already had products that we could sell. People overcomplicate the shit out of e-com and dropshipping.
Yeah.
It's nothing more. Putting up a website, having a product with a good picture that people are interested in, having a good offer, so a good pricing strategy, running ads to it and getting orders. It's nothing more than that. People overcomplicate the shit out of it, but
how do you test?
You test by running ads. Yeah. So you
But
get
so you would you actually place an order to get the inventory first?
No.
Or would you drop ship first to see if it works, and if it works, then you go and buy a load of inventory?
So if people are in e-com right now and they want to start a brand, and take away one thing from this podcast is don't buy inventory from the jump. Don't do it. Drop ship it first. Test how it works. Once you have proof of concept, for example, you're doing 1K a day in revenue, 2K a day, it works, then you buy inventory. Look, why did Icon succeed also when I took a huge risk of purchasing inventory? Bro, my first inventory...
What was the first order?
Bro, the first order was 60,000.
Yeah.
60,000 euros. First order. But why did I do that? Well, it was because I knew it would sell. I knew even if it doesn't go to plan, I will be able to sell it in a year or whatever. I just had that confidence, and that's what you want to get. And
I fucked up once. I dropped 50K on bikinis. Never done female stuff
50?
before. 50K.
Oh, bro.
Because I thought...
And you didn't test it before?
No. I just thought...
Bro.
Well,
rookie.
I was like, this is the men's stuff is doing well, and I thought, well, I need something to match with the male swimwear stuff. Like, let's bring out some bikinis. I want to get some women involved with the shoots.
Yeah.
So I remember I got a team of girls together. We sat down, we brainstormed, we came up with like 4 different designs, bottoms and tops, and then we tried to get the manufacturer to replicate it. Took like 3 rounds of sampling to come close, but it still wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. And I was like, oh, fuck it. Like, I've waited like nearly a year to start selling bikinis. Let me just go, I'll buy it, pay for the invoice, let's just get them sold. And then obviously the majority of my audience is male. Obviously I have some female audience as well, but none of them are looking at me for, fashion advice when it comes to women. I don't have a fucking clue about bikinis. I couldn't try them on. I couldn't see like, how the hell do I know if a woman wants to wear this or not? So that was I've just sold the stock now. It's taken me years to get rid of it all. But that was a big risk.
It's a lesson.
Yeah,
it's a lesson, honestly. And you know why it's risky with inventory? Because it sets you back, like not just one step, like multiple steps, because you have the inventory. Look, why dropshipping is so good. If you test products and it doesn't work, change it. Done. Like no risk at all. Even my top tier clients, let's say they come with a brand ID, I don't tell them to buy inventory. Why would you? Why would you? If people have to understand that dropshipping is just a way of fulfillment. Your store looks exactly the same. If your store looks like a dropshipping store, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Your store needs to look like a proper store, needs to look clean, like a brand that people actually want to buy. And in the back end, dropshipping is just where it's being shipped from, you know? And that's one of the reasons why I have had clients that went from doing a couple K in revenue a day to 50K a day, 60K a day, like serious numbers. And if we talk about why the fuck I am where I am today, also with my clients, how people respect me in the e-com scene, is because I'm the only one that has like a brand like this. My brand does over 2 million every month in revenue, and I'm here helping people, meanwhile deeply in the game. And that's the problem with all these fucking gurus online, you know? The problem is they teach something that they don't do. They don't have a shop, so they don't have a brand. They don't do it at the moment. They maybe done it 2 years ago, got a little bit of revenue, and then they're here making money from their coaching.
Yeah.
I have so much pride. I discuss that shit, you know. I cannot do that. I would never do that. And that's why I am where I am now. I've never sold my soul. I think I have it from my mom. My mom is just such an honest woman, and I would never snake somebody for money or do things like that. And that's right now the problem. But that's on the other hand also why we are doing it big, why we are doing this big, and why we taking over the whole e-com scene, also online, because authenticity, bro. That's nowadays what's missing.
What do you think's changed in the world of dropshipping when you compare it to like 5 years ago? Because surely there's more people trying to do it now, so there's more competition.
The biggest thing what has changed, honestly, is there's a smaller group getting a way bigger pie of the cake.
Okay.
And why that is the case is because, yes, here and there it's gotten more complicated. For example, if you run Facebook ads, yes, your ad account can get blocked. Yes, you can have issues with payment providers. Yes, but beginners, they instantly stop at that stage. Oh, my ad account got blocked. Dropshipping is that, doesn't work. They stop. Well, if you are smart, or if you connect with the right people, you find a good mentor, just like we are doing, you understand that there are solutions for problems. Business is simply problem solving. So we, for example, we have solutions for every problem, which will have someone, instead of having one obstacle and quitting, overcome all obstacles and skyrocket, right? Go in your first week to a couple thousand a day in revenue. But it has changed a lot. What I would say has changed for the most part is, back in the days, bro, you could sell like anything and it would get some type of traction. Right now, you need to have good tools, you need to do proper competitor research. But that's one of the reasons why it's still very easy, because in the core, dropshipping is a copy and paste model, you know? So you simply check what works for others. There are literally tools which you can check how much revenue a store is doing and what are their best sellers and how much money they're making from their best sellers. Then you simply grab the link from that product, you send it to your agent, and your agent sources that product. What can you then do? You open a store, you make it look similar. If you're smart, you make it look a little bit better, and you start testing. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I have seen people who are literally not smart, like stupid people, succeed with dropshipping. It still works at a high level, but you know, you have these guys who are have never done dropshipping, or they promote an agency business or some other shit. They make videos. Dropshipping is that, yeah, because you ain't making money from it. That's the only reason. And for me, it's okay. Yeah, for me it's okay, because I know it works. It's logical, because I just explained, like, it's just a way of fulfillment. What people have to understand is that every day the social media users are growing, like, I don't even know, over 500 million a day, I believe. And people who are on social media are also buying online. So what does that mean? E-com market is growing every year The demand is there, and if you just make sure you are, instead of the one in the matrix only buying stuff, you start selling stuff. Easy things.
What's pretty impressive as well is you've kind of separated yourself from the brand. It's not like you go on the website and it's like your face. Even on your own social media, it's not like you're hammering like the products.
No, and not at all, bro. What is? It's good that you bring this up. What the crazy thing is I've built Icon from the ground up without a single use of my face. There is not a single euro that came in because I promoted it or I put it up on my Instagram. People see me now with a following. I didn't have a following at all, you know. And
because the influencer brands are big now, like people who have built up a following, then they start the brand.
Yeah,
then the brand
good.
is too, it's too attached to the face of the brand.
Yeah, look, it's good in the first place, of course, to get started, get up and running. You have a lot of social proof. It's bad when later down the line you're trying to exit the company, because these acquirers, what they look at is a business that can run on itself, also without the founder involved, and that's where the problem arises, right? And that's why with Icon, when in 2022 I decided to try to sell it. It instantly grabbed a lot of buyers their attention because it was not dependent on me as a founder. And in the beginning, during that exit process, of course, it was hard because it was new for me. But the year afterwards, I got an offer of almost 10 million, you know, which was millions above asking price. Beginning, I just thought maybe I can get a million or two for this. Bro, just imagine for yourself that feeling. Bro, just imagine what happened, because just leading up to this, I think it's good for people to understand in the full story. Okay, I was in Dubai, I was living the life, going completely crazy. All that comfort leads to failure. Summer hits, there was an update within Meta, the iOS 14 update, which means that you couldn't track exactly who was placing the orders. So it's hard to scale up your ad budget if you don't see who is where the orders are coming from, right? So the performance was going down. Well, what happened, I found like a good agency to partner with, and we found like a solution how we could still see where to scale, where to downscale, etc. So end of that year, I really had this feeling inside of me. I don't know, but I always had it. I want to prove people wrong, you know. And when I look back right now, one of the strongest energies I've had is exactly that. Like this voice in my head, like, "Oh, they're doubting you," or with you, like, "Mike, maybe they don't know what you're doing, man. Maybe they think you're failing." And that's the feeling I had at that time. Like, "Someone, they don't understand that you're really doing this with this e-com thing." So I set the goal for myself. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I've not seen anyone do this at this stage, is with a brand with inventory, do 1 million in a month. I was 21. Yeah, I was 21 at the time. And I set this goal. I know nobody in my close circle or in the e-com space. I didn't even saw like a screenshot of like one Shopify store said like 1 million in a month. It's like, I'm gonna do it. And it was such a huge risk. And I told this agency, the owner of the agency, okay, I want to do 1 million next month. He looked at me, "Bro, we only did 200K this month. You want to do next month 1 million? I said, "I will sort the inventory out." But I really believed in what we were doing. We had such good products and all. New collection drop, which was just performing crazily. And fast forward to the next month. Oh, it was the most stressful month of my life by far. Sleepless nights. I was here in Dubai. I didn't have a good team. I was doing a lot of the creative, so like the pictures and the videos, editing myself and stuff. And I still did it. I still managed to hit 1 million in a month. I remember I launched a new product. It was so crazy. I launched a new product and it just blew up. I did on launch, I did like 60,000 in a day. Then the day after, I did also like 40,000. It was like 100K in revenue in 2 days, and it was instantly sold out. So what happened, I launched it on a Friday, and the stock was gonna come in on Friday. But on Friday, it was not there yet. It said it will be delivered on Monday. I was like, okay, Monday is still fine. We ship it out on Monday. Then on Monday, I get an email from customs. They say, "We have started an investigation on your product." And I've already sold for 100K of revenue of that product.
Fuck me, that was a stress.
Bro, that was, bro, I couldn't sleep at times. And this shit lasted for 3-4 weeks till at the fucking point. I was in Dubai. I was on the phone with my brother Ruben. He was going to the fucking FedEx facility. You guys need to clear the goods. We have customers waiting. And then after 4 weeks, when I almost wanted to get like a lawyer involved, they let the goods go. But it was so stressful.
Why the hell did they want to do an investigation? For what?
They always want to check if the inventory you purchased, if it matches also with the value you've given, on the commercial invoice.
So you can't lie about that stuff.
No, you can't lie. Sometimes these Chinese guys, they lie about everything, but that's the name of the game, right? But yeah, that was the issue at the time. So that was November 2021. Did 1 million in a month. Then next month, I find out that I didn't track my profits properly, that my manager that I had, my right-hand man, was doing jack shit, was doing nothing. He wasn't keeping our policy, our store policy, which led to us making 0 profits of that fucking million. And I'm out here in the Caribbean celebrating New Year's, and I'm looking with my brother and I'm like, what the fuck, where did all the money go, right? And that led to 2022. I thought, okay, I think I need to exit the business. I had some different things I wanted to start, like different business ventures. And I thought, okay, if I can sell it for maybe $1 million or $2 million, then I can use that to grow my new business, which was actually in the supplement space. Mm-hmm. And I started that exit process, and I just found out that my business was not ready to sell yet, because
you have to do a lot of preparation,
I didn't even have a proper.
This is for Icon.
Yeah. I didn't even have a balance sheet, bro. I didn't even have a P&L. I had nothing. I had no systems in place. I just had revenue and a product and a website. That was it, right? So I had to really build that from the ground up again. And 2022 was a really hard year. That's also. When I look back right now, that is really the year that made me to the entrepreneur I am today. But I had to look at the business, and my brother Ruben, who was just trying to figure his own shit out with dropshipping. He was having his own store. The year before that, he had some success in the furniture niche with selling some lamps. He did about $500,000 in revenue, which was good for him. It was his first success on his own, right?
Yeah.
And I was really, really proud for him. But the year next to that, or the year after that, in 2022, I was like, Ruben, I need your help, bro. I was like, you need to just manage Icon, the operations, so I can focus on this exit process, because there was so much work that needed to be done, because I was the one prior to that doing the operations, and my brother started doing that, and he was not, in the beginning, he was not the entrepreneur he is today, he made his mistakes as well, but at the end, it really made him grow, he was very good, making people to get shit done, like really managing people, It's a very important skill, especially if you're managing a business. And I could focus on the exit process. So, we were hovering around.
Why did you want to exit and not continue to grow it?
Because honestly, I didn't see the potential. That was just it. I didn't see what it could become. Otherwise, I would never. I thought, honestly, that the year after, I think it would go downhill.
Yeah.
That's what I really thought. So I was really obsessed with, I need to make this exit. That was all that was on my mind.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I had a bookkeeper that was so shit, bro. Oh man, I can do a full podcast on this guy. I swear. The biggest mistake I made is I'm just sometimes too loyal to people. So I started with this bookkeeper.
You put your trust and faith in them that they're going to do the best job.
Yeah, so I started with this bookkeeper when I was nothing, when I had my first 10K a month in revenue. Now we are here doing millions, and I'm still with this bookkeeper, but he doesn't even have a team. He does everything himself. He has also barbers and fucking, grocery store owners. And he's here trying to bookkeep my ecom business. And it was just bad, because especially the truth came out when I'm going into an exit process, because you have to have all the numbers properly, and nothing matched. So that was just a complete shit show, to be honest. And later in that year, I finally made the decision to quit with him, but it almost destroyed me. I couldn't sleep because of this, because yeah, I was just so stressed out, I'm trying to save a business, trying to exit it, and it was just hard. And I was just too naive,
I guess when you're starting off, you're doing well, you hire people who are capable, but as you start to scale, everything takes to the next level, and you need to have people on your team who have the ability to understand how a massive company actually operates.
Exactly. And business is hard, and you have to sometimes also get your feelings out of it.
Yeah.
So there's like a quote or something that says like cut the fat, cut the bottom 10% every year. And honestly, it's true. And it's not like, okay, you have to throw all of them out. No, but if I have someone who can develop my website very well, and there's someone who is way better, you have to go for the one who is just better, instead of, no, but I love this guy. No. That's not how you want to operate your business.
Did you never look to find a mentor or get advice from people who kind of been there and done that on a bigger scale, or were you just like, nah, I'm doing this shit by myself?
No, you know what? Honestly, I invested a lot in coaches or a lot of courses. Yeah. But there aren't too many like proper ecom like coaches, like one-to-one. It are all like these programs, and then you check, but then still you have to figure it out a lot yourself, a lot of decision making yourself. So no, this was kind of a struggle that year. But what happened is I threw out my bookkeeper. I found a good one, and honestly, it's a blessing. I love this guy I work with right now. He's changed my business forever. Like, a bookkeeper can make or break your business. Honestly, especially if you have a bookkeeper who doesn't even have understanding of the laws in the country, bro, it's shit. But if you have one who has, bro, you can dominate completely, right? Because there's so much tax to be saved as well, right? Like, legally tax to be saved, and that's where you want to aim for. So when this happened, and it was the end of 2022, we started catching momentum, because me and Ruben, we started looking at the business, and we were like, okay, we need to start making good profits again, because otherwise, I don't know, we cannot pay the next inventory, right? And what we did, we started really looking at the core of the brand, and we made one big mistake leading up to that. That was, we launched a collection and it failed. Why did it fail? It failed because it wasn't true to the brand. People shop at Icon because they like clothes that fit very well, and they look very well in pictures. They need to be fitted. That's why people love our brand. Good stretch. We started selling products that are like more wide fit, oversized. It's not the core of our brand, and that's why it didn't perform well. So we went back to the basics, completely changed the collection around, and next month we did like 400K in revenue already, with 150,000 in net profit. Then we were like, already, okay, let's set these big targets again. And we aimed on like a record month, and that's what we did. And from that moment on, so we did 1 million in a month afterwards. And from that month on till this day, we've just been doing over 1 million a month, and beginning of 2023, I still had this on my mind. Okay, I'm gonna exit this business, but I was like, okay, I need to find a good buyer, and I had some advisors.
Surely, if you keep doing better and better each month, is the value of the company, like now, surely it's worth more than 2 mil.
Yeah, well, what happened, bro? I thank God every day that I didn't sell it in 2022, because what happened in 2023, my advisor, he dropped me a WhatsApp. He was helping me with the exit process, and he said, Samuel, right now, what we've just got in is insane. He said, we got a buyer from New York who's looked at the business, looked at the P&L, who's looked at the balance sheet. He sees that the assets are growing rapidly. He said, the offer he's made is exactly what you're looking for. And by the time that I started with the exit process, I was aiming on about 3 million to get for the business. Then later, once we started catching momentum, we were like, okay, maybe 4, maybe 5. And this guy offered almost 10 million, with also including with like equity and all. And this was honestly one of the hardest decisions of my life I had to make, because by this time I had a business that was spitting out cash. I had my lifestyle in check. I was doing everything I dreamed of. I had my brother who became like a real leader, right? He was like operating the full team at a high level. And And I asked my brother, like, do you want to sell? And he said, actually, I don't want to sell. He just found his place.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, we're gonna keep this shit going. And then I spoke with one of my mentors, and he said, honestly, Samuel, you're in fashion as well. You can easily 10x this shit and sell for over like 100 million. And then I was like, let's go for that shit.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. And was a very good decision, you know. I'm so happy I didn't sell, honestly. And it has just shown me that everything happens for a reason, because this exit process completely built our business into something that can run on its own and can grow. And before it was a hustle, bro. You have to change at one point as a business owner to more like a CEO and like build a real corporation, you know. And when I was 21 here in Dubai, doing hundreds of thousands a month, I was not a CEO. I was a hustler just going crazy here, right? And that's what's changed. And what's changed as well is just my priorities. So right now, my priority is my purpose and my business and growing that. Instead, before it was, I got all my fulfillment from going out, the parties, the rewards. Right now, it's always the growth, because the growth will lead to the reward.
Yeah.
And that's what the fuck people see right now. At a high level, still winning, every month doing good, complete lifestyle in check. I just picked up in Amsterdam a 400,000 performante Spider, drove it for 2 days, then took a first class flight to Dubai to get the keys to my new mansion on the Palm, right? Bro, it's lifestyle now is on a different level. I swear.
I noticed you're doing some coaching now.
Yes.
One-to-one coaching.
Yes.
That's not going to get in the way with you trying to scale the business, is it?
No, it only makes it better.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It makes it better, because the deeper you are in the game, the more you know, and the more you see what's working, the more you can implement on your business. So that's the reason
you're coaching people to help them, but then you're learning from
it only makes each other better. So that I have such a big brand at this level will have me have the knowledge to coach people at a high level. And because I help people at a high level, I also see what's working. So for example, let's say a client of mine, we test something new on his store and it works, and I'm not doing that for Icon. I can implement it with Icon. And that's why we can right now compete with bigger brands, is because they are very corporate. Everything goes so slow. They have to discuss it with the full team and the board team, blah, blah, blah. Right now, if we find something that works, tomorrow we have it on our website. We implement straight away. We're like this. We are fast moving. And that's why I love e-com so much, you know. You can straight away implement everything you want.
Is there any brands or entrepreneurs that you have looked up to or respect today?
I respect everyone who is at a very high level. Everyone who is above me in some way, I respect. But honestly, I look up most to my own potential and my own vision of who I can become and what the business can be. And that's also what I suggest for everyone. Like, create like a bulletproof vision of who you can become. Like, who is that 10x version of yourself? And not just business, bro, everything. Like your physique, your network, your lifestyle, where you live. Like I knew exactly where I was gonna go. And even during those dark moments in 2022, when it was not going so well, I still had this vision. And right now I'm living the exact reality. And it's all because I looked up to myself. Like I looked up to who I could become. And that's also why I'm putting out this content online, because I see potential in people. I see what they can become, but they don't see it themselves, you know. And I think you have that as well, maybe with fitness and stuff. You see, okay, he has a good build, he has good genetics. Why the fuck are you doing nothing with it? And I can get angry at it because I'm so grateful for this life, bro. You should be grateful. You're a human being. You're grew up in the West. You have a phone. You have laptop. You have internet. You could have been a fucking fish there in the water, right? Honestly, and
it's a gift. Why the fuck would you waste the potential?
People don't understand. It's one life, one shot that God gave you, and I'm grateful as fuck. And you show how grateful you are by taking action, not by just sitting on the couch with your pizza. Oh, I love this and blah blah. No, bro, it's disgusting. You need to look at it as what impact am I making? And when I look around me right now, everything has changed. My mom was so stressed out about me and my brother, what would happen with us, you know? Like we even had situations at home that she got like depression and things of that sort, all because of, she was worried, like worrying. Right now.
Or even when you were doing good?
No. This was when I was 15, 16 years old. I was lost. I was smoking weed. I didn't have a purpose, shitty in school. That's when this happened, right? Right now, most happy woman alive, right? So happy, so proud. Same with my father. Even though I didn't grow up with him, I still see him as my dad, you know? And he called me the other day. He said, I'm so happy for this life. And we brought him over to Amsterdam also the other day. It was just, bro, honestly, it gives me fucking goosebumps when I talk about this, because it means so much. I want everyone to grind for a moment that they can give back to their parents the same way I did, right? My dad didn't come to Amsterdam for over 12 years. Then we fly him in, we pick him up from the airport in the Euros. He sees his sons, what they've become, straight into the penthouse Amsterdam. I pay 10K a month for that. He's like, and he makes this video, right? Or no, actually he was with his sister on a FaceTime, and I was filming him because the reaction was just priceless, bro. And now it went completely viral. It has well over 10 million views, all platforms, right? And he's like, and we're here in the big hallway, big parlor, with the big TV on the wall, with the African accent, bro. It's too priceless, bro. It's but it's real. It's really, and yeah, it means so much, honestly. And that's why I can scream at people like, why are you not grinding? You need to really go for that bigger vision, because I find people too selfish, because they are like, yeah, but I'm good with my job. I make 6K a month. Yeah, but bro, you're good, but you're not taking care of your whole family, right? You're not changing lives. You can do so much more, right? So honestly, I've had such a big impact on people around me and I know how good it feels, that I want everyone to experience this.
But I don't think everybody's got it in them, though. Some people, they just, and it's fair enough. I think that a lot of people are just content living a pretty normal life and being comfortable. And I respect that. Yeah, even though they have the ability to achieve more.
The fact is, they are not content, because those are the exact fuckers in my comments. They are the ones hating on me, hating on my lifestyle, because they hate on what they gave up on. Yeah. They're like, no, I don't need that. No, but you want it, motherfucker. You want it, but you've tried it for one day and you've given up.
Yeah.
That's the fact. There's no man on earth that doesn't want to drive a Lambo, bro. No man. And if that man says he doesn't want to, I don't know if he's a man. We should call he or she, bro. Honestly, comfort is a drug nowadays. It's the biggest drug out of them all. But the whole world, your phone, what you see on TV, it's all made to make you comfortable. So,
are you doing anything to really push yourself away from having that comfort? I mean, you got the villa, you pretty much got the lifestyle. Do you ever feel yourself slipping back into that comfort, or you always fight it up?
I'm a human being, bro, just like everyone else. I have good days, bad days. I try to give my best every day, but there are some days that I'm less productive, or I'm slacking, or I go out sometimes. But the most important things is that you have your principles correct. You know, there are certain things I don't do. I don't go out when my business is like doing like shit. I don't go out when I'm struggling. And guess what the fuck all these people are doing? They are going out. Meanwhile, their mom is struggling. They are going out whilst they have nothing to celebrate. The only fact is that they are broke, right? It is all in your principles. And that is what makes you different. So your principles, then step 2 is like your habits. Your habits are very important on a daily basis. When it comes to my habits, I like to wake up early, because first off, when you wake up early, you have way more time. You feel like you're the only one on the world. You feel like there's no competition. You're ahead. Yeah. And also what I've seen is most people, they are not productive at all in the evening. I'm not. In the evening, I'm chilling. So if you really wake up early, and I'm talking like early, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m., you've
been doing that?
Yeah. You have to go to bed also a bit earlier if you want to maintain it over a longer period, right? So it's only good because you cut out a bit of the evening while you were chilling anyways, right?
Yeah, I take it at the moment you're not really putting much time aside for relationships.
It's a good question. Honestly,
I mean, if I was you, 25, I don't think I would be rushing into a relationship.
So I'm not looking for a relationship. Look, if it's the perfect girl, I'm always open. But you know what the thing is, my life goes so fast, and I'm still young. You know, I still have a lot of things I want to do. I need to experience a lot more, you know.
Yeah.
I've also been a long time just on the grind, just monk mode, and right now, I'm when I go out, I'm always with girls, or when I'm with my brother partying. But you know, Dubai, it's
You're in a good position because there's a lot of people who I meet who've been very successful, but they worked way too hard, like obsessively hard on their business, their career, whatever it might be. They didn't really enjoy life when they were young, and they get to the point where they're 40, then okay, yeah, they sold the business, they made like shitloads of money, but they're in their 40s, and it's like you kind of you missed those peak years.
Yeah.
So, like what you're doing, by the sounds of it, you're keeping your eyes on the ball, but you have the balance as well, where you're enjoying yourself.
Honestly, I can do what I want. I can be with any girl. I can chill when I want. It's not. I don't have a business that depends on me. You know, it runs on autopilot. But that's also the thing. I have a lot of comfort in my life because of the success. So that's why I push myself with good habits. Otherwise, I would go loose, bro. Bro, I'm still reckless. And if it was me, I can be partying for 4 days a week, right? So it's kind of having the core in check, and then besides that, I'm still actively doing my thing, you know.
Bro, it gets better and better.
Yeah, bro.
You know, when you get to, I'm 33 now, and honestly, life has never been better because you have more experience. You've just done more shit.
Yeah.
You've met more people. You know who you want to hang out with. You know who you don't want to hang out with. You know who you want to spend the time with, where you want to go, what you like doing, what you don't like doing. It's just like,
and as a man, it only gets better with the years. So you don't have to rush into nothing, bro. I recommend any teen to sacrifice, first of all, their full teens and their early 20s, because it's the best investment you can make. Bro, honestly, and you see this a lot, right? Is guys settling with a girl too soon when they might not be successful at all yet, and then they settle with this girl. Then all of a sudden they become successful. A new lifestyle opens up to them. A lot of new kind of girls that they have never had interest in them. And what happens then? They start cheating and stuff like that. And you see it even with Jeff Bezos, right? He had like this girl. She took half of his net worth, and right now he's with this Latina chick. Guys, it's all because he was a dork and he settled too soon, right?
Yeah.
You should just in the beginning just sacrifice, especially if you know who you will become, right? It's okay to hang out, be with girls, but don't settle too soon. It's not worth it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on being with somebody who can be supportive? Like maybe Jeff Bezos' wife, maybe she actually did quite a lot to help him to grow the business. Do you believe that it's worth doing if you find the right person that's going to support you? Or do you feel like you could just do it? You don't necessarily need somebody.
So it can help, but honestly, if you're a man that needs support, you're also a bit weak. You don't need support to succeed, right? So it can help, but then again, I don't know if I'm the right person to talk about that. Yeah, so
even I get asked questions about relationship advice. I'm like,
yeah, bro.
But I am still trying to figure this shit out.
You can ask me, and you can just look at my life and what I'm doing, and then figure out for yourself what you want, right?
Yeah.
I know, because it's a fucking fact, that girls can be a huge distraction, because if you want to be with a girl properly, it costs time, you know. And I know, you know, the funny thing is, so many guys when they're young, or men in general, they want to get rich, they want to get successful, and not just for the money. They just want chicks, bro.
Yeah.
Be honest. Every guy.
Pretty much everything that men do is usually in the pursuit of
like pussy makes the world go round. Men want chicks, but what then the funny thing is that a lot of men fuck up their success as well for chicks. So they are going out with girls. Meanwhile, they should be grinding. They're texting all day. It's all okay, but just set up your business first.
Yeah.
It's step one. You build a team. It goes on autopilot. You have more free time, and then you can basically do whatever. Honestly, people ask me, how do you navigate relationships? I can be in a relationship right now, no problem. But I have so much shit that I want to achieve that it's not a priority for me right now. And it's also that. What the crazy thing is, the more you have your purpose as your priority, the more girls that come. And it's the same with, I think, all this dating advice and stuff that guys watch online. It's all bullshit. Yeah. It's all bullshit, bro. Just become the man. Become the man. This was, I don't know which, there was one YouTuber that told me this when I was like 17, 18, and I was still chasing girls. And I saw this video. He said, you know, you need to be on your purpose. And I was like, purpose? What the fuck does that even mean? And then I found out that I didn't even have a purpose. But now I find out that it's actually true. If you are the man, everything will come to you, bro. I don't chase any girls. Matter of fact, people say, what do you say? Or what's your pickup line? Bro, you don't need that shit.
Need a pickup
bro,
line.
I barely need to talk even, bro. Yeah. If you are the man, it's just the energy. It's the aura. It's who you are. It's who you've become. So just focus on that, and then the girls will come, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, you will lose a lot of money chasing girls, but if you have a lot of money, you don't even need to chase. Yeah. So, and just to set this straight, it's not just money, honestly. That people get this wrong. You know it, I know. There are a lot of guys here in Dubai that have a lot of money, but they struggle with girls. Why is that? Because they haven't developed themselves across the board.
Yeah, they got no chat.
They got no chat. They're insecure. They aren't in shape. They got lucky with one crypto coin, and they now have millions, but they're still a loser. Money only compounds. So if you are a loser and all of a sudden you have all this money, you are there, this skinny guy with his Gucci shirt at the beach club. And I think, what the fuck is that, bro? You're nothing. So I'm not impressed by money. I'm impressed by guys who are across the board, you know, successful, in shape, good mindset, network. Because what is just money? Money is fun, but come on, bro. I make money to live a certain life, to impact and to give back. Well, if I'm not the man I want to be, bro, that Lamborghini Urus, if you're skinny, you're skinny loser, it's not gonna change you, right? That's what they think. They think they need to have the fucking thing, they need the car, they need the watch. No, you need to become the person who can drive in that car, who can wear that Richard Mille, right? You have to become that guy. It's the most important thing of them all. So instead of focusing only on the outcome, start focusing on becoming the person, you know? So there's one quote, like, the goal is not the outcome, the goal is to keep doing the thing that gets the outcome.
Yeah.
So
I was going to ask you as well, how's the Cullinan? Because I saw the video where you drove it to a massive puddle.
Most famous Cullinan of Dubai right now. Yeah, it's a fact. Well, yeah, but that was a crazy story of its own. It's fixed now.
This was the day when Dubai had the most rain in 75 years, and you just landed in Dubai.
Yeah, true.
And you just picked up the car.
Yeah.
You decided to drive it.
So, I purchased this Cullinan cash here in Dubai. When I say cash, $600,000 cash, blocks of cash, bro. Dubai is different. It's like a video game. I have that car for a month or so. I'm enjoying it. It's very nice. It's nardo gray outside, baby blue interior, right? And I have it for a month. I go back to Amsterdam. Then I fly back to here. I had the car at an apartment of my friend because I was still checking places at the time. And I pick it up. Bro, it started raining and I thought, whoa, this is a lot of rain. Then I get to my villa on the Palm. But I had there, and bro, it was raining so bad. You couldn't get groceries. My villa was empty. So I had to step out and go somewhere to just get some food, right? Well, that was a mistake, bro. That was a mistake. I should have just stayed in because there was so much water, and I was going through with the Cullinan, and I was like, my Cullinan is a fucking ship, bro. Because Cullinans or Rollses in general, they drive as if it's a boat. You're like this, feel like a boss. You see like the spirit of ecstasy in front. And it was going through it easily, bro. It was beating all cars. But yeah, me not understanding that wouldn't last for long, bro. I'm hitting the gas. All of a sudden, it didn't do shit anymore. And we were just stranded there in the middle of the fucking road. Cullen there.
There's like 3 or 4 lanes as well, like the main road on the
Bro,
Palm.
the main road here on the Palm, bro. It was mad, like in the middle. And you know what the crazy thing is? Oh, you even see like this envy from people. I don't know, bro. So you see guys like in a Range Rover, they're like, motherfucker, yeah. Oh, bro, fuck it. But you know what the most funny thing to me is? Look, I filmed all that shit, and it went viral, and this didn't happen to go viral, obviously, because bro, I could have easily lost my full Cullinan.
Yeah.
Because what then happened is the day after, a friend of mine who was coming to my place, he was on the way. I said, please check at the Cullinan when you are there.
You left on the road,
bro. I left it on the road, and matter of fact, I left it on the road with the keys inside, because another friend of mine said, I've had this before. You know what you need to do? Just leave the keys inside the car, and the police will take it. Well, police had other things to do, bro.
Yeah.
Biggest storm last 75 years. I didn't even know the full city was like a Call of Duty map. It was like complete carnage, right? So he went there, he said, the key is gone. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? Who steals the key, this and that? So, yeah, we went back to the car, we check it, and or even shit was missing. Just people were stealing from the car, like literally. I purchased like a lot of designer stuff, but luckily we took most of it. We just left some free gifts that they gave. We left it in the car, and that was gone. So I was like, the police wouldn't do that, right? So
well, I guess that's the problem with Dubai. You know, how long can they keep up this like image of it being super safe?
Safety, I don't know,
because there's going to be some scumbags that are going to come in.
I think they can, but I don't think they can when the full city is crashing down.
Yeah,
then it's impossible. Like honestly, I called the police 20 times and they didn't pick up. So, but it, you know, scenes like that you never see, right? I think at the end of the day, they did a very good job.
Did Rolls-Royce take it back to fix it, or they like,
bro? You know what happened? So a friend of mine who has also a Rolls-Royce, he had a similar type of issue. He said, Samuel, please listen to my advice. Don't bring it to the insurance. He said, I brought it to the insurance and there was just a little bit of water inside, like from no storm, like a little bit of water inside the engine, and they classified it as a total loss. So he lost his complete car. He got some money, but he had to buy a new car. So he was like, I have this guy who fixes car, like he has his own garage, and he's very, very good. Please go to him and try to fix with him. So that's what I did. And bro, the first week, he took a full week to just get the water outside of the engine. 1 week. Then after that 1 week, he started running computer tests, and then he spotted a whole lot of issues. So it was still even the question if it could be fixed. And you know what the crazy thing is? Let's say I brought it to the insurance, bro. Rolls-Royce doesn't fix or repair engines. They only replace engines. But a engine of a Rolls-Royce costs well over $1 million dirhams, which equals about $250,000. And if the insurance company sees that amount, it's like that. It's total loss. So it was really, the tension was high, you know, if it could be saved. And then all of a sudden, after 3 weeks, he dropped me a message. He said, I think I can fix it. So then I got back about 2 weeks ago or so. And he delivered the car. Yeah, it's.
Well, hopefully it stays working.
Yeah, it's all good.
But yeah, that's the thing. I tell people if it is forecast to rain, which is not often, but it sometimes happens, stay the fuck off the road.
Yeah.
At least for now, until they fix the drainage system. Anytime it says it's going to rain, I'm like, right, well, I'm staying home for a couple of days until this shit blows over.
Yeah. So I learned my lesson. I got a bit too overconfident, of course. Yeah, that's why it happened. Right?
This car's gonna go through anything.
It's like that. It is even on video, you know. But the funny thing is the amount of hate I got from that. Like, who leaves the keys in the car? Who drives during the rain? I'm like, what the fuck, bro? You have a fucking Toyota. You don't have a Cullinan. You don't tell me how I should have done it, right? You would have done maybe the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So now it's fixed, and now nobody has anything to say on that. So. Yeah, it's good.
What's your plans now? Because obviously Dubai getting pretty damn hot. I imagine you're not going to stay here for the summer.
No. I've never stayed a summer in Dubai, so I don't know. Right now it's already very hot, and honestly, I still enjoy it because I have this new villa on the Palm, right? It's crazy mansion, $11 million mansion. I have like the infinity pool, like I have 6 bedrooms. I can just walk outside on the beach, my feet on the sand, I can swim. It's that hot doesn't matter too much to me, but I have a good schedule for summer. So I'm going back to Amsterdam, then going to see the Euros, support the Netherlands. Just gonna blast there in one of the Lambos, probably the orange Euros, because the Netherlands is orange, right? So I think it's fun. And then the month afterwards, July, I'm going on a crazy holiday with my best friends, Ibiza, and we're gonna go nuts, bro. We're gonna spend some money, some serious money. Yeah. Nice. So that's gonna be very fucking good. And then the month afterwards, I'm gonna be Marbella. So it's Spain mostly. So I think if we talk in Europe, Spain is the best to be in the summer.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to argue with that.
That's
where I spend most of the summers anyway. Marbella. I mean, Marbella in particular, just because it has good gyms. It's not too crazy. It's got the balance. You got the options of doing cool things, and lifestyle and the climate is very good. Particularly July and August. It's like nice, not too hot.
So you prefer Ibiza or Marbella?
If I want to go and get fucked up, I want to go to Ibiza.
Hey.
But Marbella is somewhere that's more livable. Ibiza is a holiday destination. One of the best things I like about it is you can go there and I switch off. Like I can be very present in the moment, forget about any problems that I have, any stress that I have, and just enjoy myself with everybody else who's on the island who also wants to enjoy themselves, which is great. But not if you're there for too long, because if I'm there for too long, I lose touch with reality and I start forgetting that there's shit to be done. I got podcasts to do, I got businesses to run.
Yeah, and you need to stay focused, honestly. One of the mistakes I made in my earlier when I was still becoming like a real entrepreneur is I started and I stopped. So what I mean with that is I was grinding with maybe a new store until it make profits, and I was like, oh, now it's time to go on a holiday. I go on a holiday, come back, my store is failing. Right? I started and I stopped. I started and I stopped, and that's one of the most important things in business is momentum. Once you have momentum, double down on it, because growth is like exponential. When you have momentum and you're locked in, you see things other people don't see. So people say, oh, Samuel, you started Icon at that right time. Or, to one of my clients, he really found that product lucky. Bro, you've seen the same shit, but you didn't see it because you were still wiping away the dust from last weekend. Look, if you have momentum and you're just locked in and you see things other people don't see, that's just the best way to put it, right? Because it's very hard to stay focused when you have an hangover or you know what I mean. So that's why I don't believe in luck. Luck is all like preparation and just being on it. Yeah.
And even when you're on top and things are going so well, that's when I think it's a moment to reflect and appreciate. Like, this is pretty damn good, and I'm happy that things are going well.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna last.
No.
Like something is gonna happen. Shit is gonna hit the fan.
But you should love it, bro. I love it when there are obstacles, bro. Everyone wants it all too perfect. What do you learn if things go perfect? Nothing, bro. You know the most lessons you learn at like rock bottom or when you have obstacles that you overcome. People look up to me right now, of course, because they see my lifestyle, but deep down, because I have overcome so much obstacles. I've become a person of value, and that's why they want to learn from me, right? And that's how you should look at it. So I love obstacles because I know often obstacles are just gifts by God. You ask to become a better entrepreneur. Well, just wait for some obstacles because that's what the fuck you need. Obstacles are gifts. Problems are gifts. That's how I look at everything. And that's why I think my mindset is a bit different compared to others,
Yeah. Awesome, man. I appreciate that. I think we just rocked up 2 hours. But that was a good first podcast.
Good shit, bro.
I appreciate what you and your brother are doing, and all the best for your future businesses and all the success you're gonna have.
Yeah,
mate, it's you're only just beginning.
Yeah, thanks, bro. So thanks for having me on your podcast, and it's my first one ever. So yeah, this will forever be in the books, forever. Just wait and see. We're doing good stuff, and we're gonna be very big. Right now, just getting started. So yeah, amazing.
Good shit. Hopefully
Thank
see
you,
you
bro.
over the summer at some
Thank
point.
you. Yeah, for sure.